Hello and welcome to PeakHour TV.
The only TV show produced for you commuters, whether you're on the train or the bus. This is your peak hour in 10 minutes or less.
We're going to wrap up the weekend for you, make sure you're completely up to date, and maybe, you know, have a bit of fun along the way. Maybe we'll learn something.
Don't forget that you can follow us on Twitter
at PeakHour TV.
Let us know what you think. Send us through some tweets. This is our first episode, so we really appreciate your feedback. Otherwise, leave it in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube. Now, the important stuff.
George Bush Sr.'s socks made headlines this weekend. His bright tartan style stealing the show when George Bush was given a library in his name. In other news, Robert Downey Jr. forgot to take his laundry out, and Rihanna found the choc-mint ratio of her ice cream a little bit out. Now we do warn to some of our viewers, this next scene's a little bit graphic.
In other news, and I am excited about this, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch may be having a comeback. This is just phenomenal news.
This is big. We've actually got an artist's rendition of what that would be like.
Saudi Arabia has banned 3 men, kicked them out of the country for being too handsome in fear that they're going to somehow distract the female population.
One of them has been identified as Omar. Now, we can only wonder who the other 2 could be.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow shocked audiences at the red carpet premiere of Iron Man 3. Now, this is the dress that she wore. Now, with special PeakHour technology,
exclusive,
we can show you X-ray vision of what's beneath that dress. Let's check that out.
In other Iron Man 3 news, here is my movie review for the week. Alright, so I got to see Iron Man 3 last night. Fantastic film. Have you seen the first 2?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Did you like them?
I preferred the first one. Second one seemed to be going downhill.
Second one seemed to be downhill because they tried to cram all that Avengers stuff in there. This one, luckily, I mean, all that Avengers stuff is out of the way. It did touch on the events of the Avengers, but it did really focus on Tony Stark. This film should have been called Tony Stark because, to be honest, Iron Man's not in it that much. But it was fantastically written, very well directed by Shane Black. He actually, the last film he directed was Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which in 2005, I believe, was kind of Robert Downey Jr.'s comeback film. So a little bit of reconnection with the actor there. He was a writer beforehand and wrote Lethal Weapon, The Last Action, no, not The Last Action Hero, Last Boy Scout, that's the one. So those types of humor, action comedies from the 80s and 90s, that type of vibe is definitely present in Iron Man 3. I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend seeing it. Stay after the credits, as always, to see a little bonus something, although it wasn't that great. That was a little bit of a letdown. Gwyneth Paltrow, looking good, looking good. Otherwise, great film. I'm going to give it an 8.5 because I can't decide if I want to give it an 8 or a 9, so 8.5 out of 10.
Wow, that's big, man.
Music news.
Splendour in the Grass lineup is out. We've got Froshin coming over. That's Frank Ocean.
Didn't get that one. Well,
Klaxons are coming out. Of course, Flume and Chet Faker are going to be there. I think they're in everything these days. We've got Mumford & Sons headlining the first night. Frank Ocean finishing it up. Hopefully it doesn't end up as ugly as Superfest the other weekend. We had Kevin McCall out.
Kevin McCall on Saturday was doing his performance on Saturday. For some reason, the crowd started booing, and rather than take it on the chin, he decided to try and give it to them on the chin. Threatened some people, offered to fight them on stage, and a bit of a brawl broke out, which of course excited everybody and was probably the crowning moment of the whole show.
Come up here, I'll beat your for all these sexy ladies.
So Groove in the Mood this weekend. I'm going to be heading up, going to have a review for you all next week. Hopefully I can see you up there. Hey, we've got Chet Faker and Flume again. Surprise. Kooks are coming out, which is going to be brilliant. Tame Impala, who have just played their show the other night. I heard mixed reviews of their live performing capabilities, perhaps just because they're such tight producers when they try to bring it down on stage, but hey.
Sometimes it doesn't translate, but you can let us know next week.
Exactly. Hopefully they play better to a bigger crowd.
Special thank you to 8-Bit Love, who's a fantastic Melbourne band. One of the things that we want to do with the show is showcase Melbourne talent, because we are based in Melbourne, if you didn't know that. So this is 8-Bit Love's track Genie that you heard at the start of the show. And next week we hope to feature another band. If you'd like to have your song featured, hit us up on Twitter, that's at PeakHour TV. Send us through some links to your tracks and we'll try and pick the best one.
Thank you very much. So that concludes the first episode of PeakHour TV.
We've had a great time. We hope you've enjoyed us. This is something new for us, made for you, new for you. If you want to get involved, like I said before, we are looking for music. If you see something funny on a train or on a bus, send it in to us, post it on our Facebook page or send it in through Twitter and we'll try and feature it next week.
Too easy. Alright, safe trip home guys.